Hello everyone and welcome to the first let's call it automotive style vlog that I'm doing. So here in the garage I've got a 1977 Chevy Impala. This is a buddy of mine's car. About 2 years ago now, he was having some issues with the motor. So he took it to someone else to fix. They put a new cam in it and new gaskets and a bunch of other stuff. Then he drove the car for about, I don't know, 2 or 3 months after that. Then the motor went. He said that it started making a really loud banging sound. He didn't like the sounds of it, so he got it towed to the driveway where it's sat for about 1.5 years. I finally got this, got the garage half-assed set up to how I can get vehicles in here. And I was parking my truck in here, but now that it's warmer out, I can park the car in here to work on it. So I started tearing into this. Now, 1.5 years ago, it was still running, but it made a horrible banging sound. I never heard it. I wasn't available to come take a look at it when it happened. And I set him up with another car for the time being. And I just got busy and never had time to look at it. And then that car blew up, so we went and bought a truck. And so now he's driving the truck now, and I finally have time to look at this. Now, sitting for 1.5 years, this thing won't turn over. I tried with the battery, won't do anything. I tried by hand. Won't turn over by hand either. So I started pulling it apart. There's coolant in the oil. There's oil in the coolant. There's bolts that should be tight that were loose. The valve cover studs the bolts holding the valve covers on were all Loctited on. By the description, I figured it was just valves clattering, or the rockers clattering. So I pulled the valve covers off and checked them, but they all seem to be tight. So I started pulling the motor. Well, I started pulling things off the motor, I should say. Now we're going to be pulling this motor out, seeing if it's salvageable, trying to find another solution for him to put another motor in this car. I'm probably just going to buy a truck or something and LS swap this. I think that's probably going to be the best bet. It's a really nice car. It has very little body issues. I think I found one total rust spot on the car, aside from it's bubbling right here, but that's not much. So there's not much wrong with the body on this car. It's just an undesirable car, but it's really nice. It's red on red. The interior's perfect in it. It's never had any rodents in it or anything like that. Here's my pile of parts that I took off. And yeah, I know it looks like a mess, but oh, that's the exhaust off my truck, so don't worry about that. But I know this looks like a mess, but it's all labeled and organized, and I'm labeling shit that I take off because there's a chance I'll get too busy and this will sit for a long time. And it's already been about a month since I've done anything to this car. But we're just going to keep working at it and pull this motor out. I'm probably going to pull... Today, my plan is to pull the rad the rest of the way out. It's just got the transcooler lines on there. So I'll get that done, and then see what else gets done today. I also have to get some work done on my truck, and I've got another customer who has an issue with his van that I need to take a look at, and I still have a regular job, so I don't have time to work on this as much as I would like. And it's frankly just a rat's nest that I don't want to dig into too much on top of the motor with all this environmental shit. When the motor gets rebuilt and put back in, it'll be cleaned up a lot. I'll get rid of all these environmental shit. Most of the vacuum lines, put a proper carbon intake on it at least. Clean up the engine bay a little bit, and yeah, that's about it. Short little video, but okay, well, see you guys in an update.